Today, we're talking about Jesus coming into Jerusalem as prophesied by Zechariah. You know, in the Old Testament, there are two types of prophecies about the coming Messiah. There's one where he's the lowly, suffering servant. And there's the second type where he's the powerful, victorious, conquering king. Zechariah 9 says this: "Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. Righteous and having salvation is he, humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey." The people watching him come into Jerusalem must have known this verse, and they were so excited that they started waving palm branches and laying them down to welcome him. But have you ever wondered? I get that they're excited, but why palm branches? What a very odd thing to do. Well, remember there's two types of prophecies, one where he's the suffering servant and one where he's the conquering king. And in Jesus' time, Israel wasn't free. It was under Roman control. And because they knew about Zechariah 9, they also probably knew about Zechariah 14. Let's read it. "Then the Lord will go out and fight against those nations as he fights on a day of battle. On that day his feet will stand on the Mount of Olives, east of Jerusalem, and the Mount of Olives will be split in two from east to west." And then if we fast forward to verse 16, "Then the survivors from all the nations that have attacked Jerusalem will go up year after year to worship the King, the Lord Almighty, and to celebrate the Festival of Tabernacles." The Festival of Tabernacles. So when the Messiah comes as the conquering king, everyone will go up to celebrate the Festival of Tabernacles. Now, do you know what one of the main symbols of the Festival of Tabernacles is? It's the palm branch. So if there's two types of prophecies, one where he's the humble, suffering servant, and one where he's the victorious, conquering king, and when he comes in, everyone comes up to do this celebration for the Festival of Tabernacles, and one of the main symbols of this festival that all the nations will participate in is the palm branch, and they're all waving palm branches. What do you think they're saying? You're the Messiah, the conquering king. It's time to conquer, destroy the Romans. But they overlooked that the suffering servant comes first. And sometimes in our lives, we too want Jesus to come in and remove everything that's bad. And what can happen is we miss what he's doing in the meantime. An example of this: have you ever prayed for patience and then gotten frustrating situations that force you to use that patience? I know I have. But Romans 5 says this: "And patience produces character, and character produces hope. And this hope will never disappoint us, because God has poured out his love to fill our hearts." It's through these tough situations that God uses them to do something in us. Our bottom line today is no matter what happens, God is still working. He works through the good times, and he can work through the bad times as well. He's always working, and he's working in your life today. So let's do a painting today about the two messianic prophecies: the suffering servant and the conquering king. Tick-tock, time to rock. Well, it's been 4 days, but I got the painting done. We have, on one side, the suffering servant, and on the other side, the conquering king. Now, there is no good way to film this. In order to see it, you just have to see it. Andrew in the present, can you bring this out and share it with everyone? And maybe get a really strong volunteer to help you out?